I bid you all good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you may be watching this transmission. It is I, Mike Martins. I want to welcome everyone to another very special edition of Trends in the Housing Market. Yes, longest running trends show. Sorry, somebody's messaging me full blast here. And yes, the longest running trends housing show. And we will wait a few minutes here until we get a few people on. That is, few people on that are ready to. Let me just privately message somebody here and see if I can get him on the show. Somebody I'm trying to get on the show here from Australia. Oh, some people are sending me ride videos. Guys, we're going to do a so people are rolling in right now. So I'm gonna see if I could get Buddy to come on the show here, if possible. I'd super appreciate it. I'm trying to get Andrew Baker back on the show. It's been like a good while since I've had him on the show. I need to ask him what's going on in the Australian housing market. What's happening on his neck of the woods there, because the housing market's seeing massive gains there, and more people are crying unaffordability levels. It makes no sense, right? All right, guys. Oh, we got some people rolling in. Guys, comment so I know you're here. And lots going on, man. There's lots going on with the fires in Australia, with the whole, what do you call that, coronavirus. The housing market is really resilient. This is a powerful housing market. The entire country could be completely unemployed, okay? And the housing market will still be going strong. Why? Because the locals that live there are not needed anymore to help drive the markets, right? So we got Krang standing saying, hey, Mike Martins, cheers, dude. Cheers, man. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for being part of this housing melt-up crap that's going on all over the world, and it is out of control, and people don't know what to think anymore. A lot of people are at wit's ends. I've been doing this show for years now, and we're not getting anywhere. So let's get to some channel news, guys. Coronavirus on Mike in the Night last Saturday was a hit. One of our most watched episodes. We also got Trends in the Housing Market last week, also a big hit with a lot of views. Trends in the Housing Market last week was really good. And Trump impeachment, the biggest waste of time. Really good video, guys. If you haven't seen that, if you guys are looking to laugh, for a good laugh, watch this Trump impeachment video. And
hide this evidence from Congress. No president
it's a really good video.
has ever issued Congress from doing its duty under the Constitution to hold the president accountable for high crimes and misdemeanors.
So I just basically just sitting there watching the video there. It's been it's a joke video. So guys, don't forget to check out the channel. I did some housing videos in New Zealand, crisis affordability here. And then, hold on, there's my channel playing in the background. Okay, here it goes. New Zealand affordability housing crisis of Australia's unaffordable basic lifestyle. Australia is ranked as the second most unaffordable city to live in, not just for housing, for everything. Like to live a basic life. Negative rates coming to America. You know what happens when they bring it up in speeches and they start bringing up an idea. They start talking about it first, then it gets revisited, then it gets visited again, then it gets put into law, and then you see it. Seniors borrow more to stay afloat. That's from guys from housing crisis videos. Guys, check out the videos here on the channel. And guys, don't forget to tip me on tip jar here if you want to tip me on PayPal. Also, I want to thank my Patreon supporters for supporting me, and I also want to thank people are buying stuff on Teespring. They're buying morning coffee with Mike, t-shirts, Mike in the Night stuff, socks, all kinds of cool stuff. Like people are buying the Raven mug. It's always morning coffee with Mike is a nice mug. Anytime is coffee time with Mike Martins. There it is there. So I appreciate that. It actually makes me look like I'm a legit channel. You know what I'm saying? Okay, guys, if you want to message me directly, I'm going to give you guys right now in the chat here. I'm going to paste my... There it is, guys. That's the chat right there. That's my Facebook. If you want to message me there directly, you can. I'm getting a lot of people messaging me on there. So you could directly message me if there's something you want to talk about, or there's an article you want to send me, or you want to discuss something. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's get to the... We got some... I can't... from Australia, 39 centigrade today, over 40 tomorrow. House market is all over the place in selected areas. Are still selling. Other areas still dropping. So, trying to get someone on the show here. My man Andrew. I'm going to see if he can pick up the phone. Then Mr. Paul's Tube saying, hi, Mike, love your show. Thanks, bud. And then we got Solid Extra in the house. And lots of builders going under, and real estate agents too. I have been in construction for over 20 years now. It's slowing down big time. Still got a few jobs, but it's not looking good. So it's not looking good, guys. And I'm not trying to be all gloom and doom. Serenity now has been asking how the weather is in Merritt. I think it was like +5 or 6 today, sunny, nice day. Tomorrow's going to be like +6 or 7. So we're going to go into mild winter season. Like if we go into February with these mild temperatures, we're going to have a very early spring. That's usually what happens. So usually that's the case. It's almost 7 o'clock. We're going to have a bunch of people join us once we hit our regular time now for trends in the housing market. Did you get the article I sent you? Solid Extra, where'd you send it? Yeah, Serenity now is in Vancouver. Similar here in Vancouver. Mike Hudden saying there is only so much rich foreigners to buy real estate. Let the Ponzi scheme collapse. 26 Gunter is in the house. Oh, you sent me via Skype. Okay. You sent me... Wow, I got... Skype is just... It's just bombarded. Like, okay, here it is. There's 2 of them, actually. Oh, this climate thing. Oh, never mind. I think you're talking about the homeless camp here. Let's check this out. This was sent to me by Solid Extra. There are probably 16 homeless camps in London right now. Guys, this is London, Ontario, not London, England. It's a number that may find shocking. London bylaw officers deal up with 60 homeless camps in on average a week. Holy crap. One of the more surprising places encampments has set up is right outside the city's largest homeless shelter, the Salvation Army Center of Hope, and the intersection of Wellington and Horton Streets. Camps run along Wellington and the city's busiest streets, and are some hidden on Bathurst Street, which runs behind the Center of Hope alongside the railroad tracks. The city has been running a pilot project called Informed Response, which sees bylaw officers work with city housing officials and London Cares to make sure people live in makeshift camps aren't just evicted and charged, but rather helped. So yeah, you can't charge. What are you going to do? Will you charge these people can't afford to live? So Solid Extra says, that's my old Skype account. I don't know, man. There's like a million. I got like 9 Solid Extras on here. I don't know which ones are real or fake. You know what I'm saying? Man, I got so many fake accounts on here. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. Okay, he wants me to read this one. All right, let's check this one. Again, back to London, Ontario. Living wage, $16.20 an hour. London's new benchmark to get by. So 3-bedroom, this is in the comment section, is $1,350. So let's go to the actual article itself. I think it's this one here. No, the article isn't opening. All right, people are coming into the comment section. We are on fire. We got people rolling into the comment section. So living wage keeps opening the same article. Let me see here. This article won't open. I don't know why. The other article won't open it, dude. It's just the Reddit it's opening. But yeah, a lot of people waiting on the sidelines because this is not normal. I wouldn't be doing a housing show every week for 5 years in a row if there wasn't like normality in the markets, right? You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this show every week and having new content every friggin' week because it's a nonstop gong show. If you're bored, guys, if you want to help me out, I'm going to tell you guys how to help me out. If you guys want to help me out, do this. Go to my channel. Go to playlists. Go to trends in the housing market. 179 videos. Let this thing play. Go here and then click play all and go to work. If you're not paying for electricity bill or you know what I'm saying, you're not paying for internet, it's all included in your rent or something. Leave this playing. There's like 130 or 500 hours here. Leave this playing and go to work. And then come home and then shut it off. Woo! That's the way to do it. Yeah. Yeah. If you guys could do that for me, just leave it playing. Leave it playing. Oh, yeah. It's time for trends in the housing market. So, unaffordability levels, layoffs. I got some layoffs articles. We're going to start including layoffs. We're going to keep updating we're going to be now updating layoffs as we go forward in the show with the housing disarray we're having. Cade, Washington, thanks so much sending me 5 buckaroos. That's going to go towards coffee. Owen, my man Owen, 2-time world champ in the house. Hope he's doing well. I should talk to him and find out what's going on in his sector. What's going on in his line of work, if he's busy or not. He's a Red Seal electrician who I know personally, who could tell us what's going on. So this was sent to me. This was sent to me from somebody from the University of Miami. Yes, that actually watches the show. They sent this to me, and basically they said, Mike, we are in a lot of trouble because we can't afford Florida anymore. So people are being rent-evicted, or the average house in Florida, I'm gonna look at this, but I'm thinking it's the average benchmark price in Florida was about 190,000. Now I think it's about 240,000 for the average benchmark price for a house in Florida, and the price of housing is getting too high. We can't afford Florida. So citizens born and raised there, educated there, and give their lives to the state can't afford to live in their own state. And I mean, once you can't afford to live in Florida, because Florida, South Carolina, Louisiana, Mississippi, like Ole Miss, all those places, Texas, they're very affordable states to live in. In Canada, we're out of options. Oh, go to New Brunswick. Yeah, right. It's all empty homes, foreign investing. Okay, Mike, then go to Prince Edward Island. It's even worse. The cost of living everywhere in Canada, because we have such a limited amount of cities that we could potentially go to or live, we're left holding the bag. We got nowhere to go now. I live 2 hours away from the major city because I'm not spending $2 million in a house that's realistically worth $90,000 in West Palm Beach. I'm sorry. I want bang for my buck, right? So we can't afford Florida, shouted renters at a news conference in the state capital. So this is probably in Tallahassee. That's the capital of Florida. So let's go here and see what's happening. Frustrated renters spoke out on Wednesday at Florida Housing Justice Alliance press conference in the state capital. Trins Bryant, housing organizer of Miami Workers Center, and the leaders of the press conference brought attention to the statewide housing dilemmas and urged more lawmakers to prioritize accessibility housing options for Floridians. Now, I read an article 2 weeks ago about how foreign investing is coming down to Florida, and foreign investors are buying up Florida real fast because it's real cheap in Florida. You could pick up a condo for $100,000, like a nice, decent 2-bedroom in a good area. $140,000 for a 3-bedroom, like in a luxury place. So we got Supreme Canada in the house. Steve Stevens says, Mike, look up Crown land patents for buying land in Canada. Okay, I'll look that up in a sec. Or send me a link in the comments here if you find something you want me to show. Mike Hudden say, hey Mike, Texas will be the new Texas will be the new Vancouver and Toronto. Yeah, but it's cheap there in Texas. There's a lot of cities in Texas that you could move to and still get by and live a decent life. Metal World saying coronavirus in China will crash the Canadian housing market. And we got our man Martin Zenkov. Good morning from Saudi Arabia. Then we have Layla says, yes, Steve, send the link, please. It would be helpful. Yeah. Man, this is getting out of control, man. You know, you know, it's really hard when you're trying to get by and you're in one of the most inexpensive states to live in. I keep showing you, this is today, Wednesday. This is from today. So this was sent to me from the University of Miami. So basically the email just said, Mike, I get it. You're right. Yes, Florida was one of the states that you could, I don't know who's calling me here. So, guys, let me call you guys if that's okay. I'm not sure who that was. That was just a numbered account. And someone's messaging me now on social media. All right. All right, let's continue here. So, what else do we got here? What do we know in this article that we don't know? Yeah, corporate landowners. We need protection from corporate landowners. That's what it's called, corporate landowners. They just want to buy and leave places empty. And let me tell you, man, Florida's got 20 million people, and it will turn into a ghost town real quick. You'll see empty boulevards, empty streets. Vancouver's like that. You go along the main boulevards, along the main drags, and when you look to left or right, you see like houses, like detached homes, empty. Christmas ornaments on them all year round. And I'm talking about Christmas ornaments on there 24/7 that don't get taken down in like 15 years. And Chinese New Year, the year of the horse. Somebody sent me a picture. It was the year of the horse. Chinese New Year was the year of the horse. And it was still on people's doors in Vancouver celebrating that. So we got here... Hey, Mike, underemployment in Australia is getting worse. Also, it's hard to get work if you are in your 50s. My younger wife works 30 hours a week, and that's our only income. Yes, underemployment is a big deal because people can't afford to live in those big cities. But when you do live in the big cities, you can't afford to live there. So it's almost like a double-edged sword. Or you commute 1 million hours to get to work and you commute 1 million hours to get back. It's like, how do you find the balance when you can't live in your own cities, right? So Supreme Canon saying Chang of Green Gables. Then we have Metal World saying Chrissy R, this keeps going like it is, it will crash the global economy as well. Mike Hudden says Canada cannot compete with warm weather in the southern United States. Canada's real estate will crash. Southern U.S. will be overwhelmed with Chinese. And then we got Joshua Lasaga. We got Supreme Canon calling in. And I don't know, Supreme Canon, is that the real account? No, that's not the real call here. Is it? Supreme Canon, did you just call me? Or is that the fake one? I don't know if that's Supreme. Supreme Canon, is that you trying to call me? I'm not sure who it is, guys. I'm going to have to disable my Skype. Supreme Canon, are you in the comments? It's just straight calling through. Someone's trying to... I'm not seeing this person calling in. Okay, so this is somebody else. Okay, so that's a real account. Sorry guys, I'm really sorry about this. Somebody keeps... Yeah, it's trolls calling into the show. I'm trying to block this Supreme Canon here. I'm not sure, like, why this person keeps calling in and bugging us. Yeah, there's the real Supreme Canon. I think that's the real... I got, like, 11 Supreme Canons on here. Okay, it's under favorites. So I know it's under favorites, so... Yeah, I blocked it. It just Skype has got, you have to go through hoops to block things. Yeah, you're gonna find lots of mold in these homes that've been sitting for 10, 20 years. You're gonna see a lot of mold popping up. I got a friend here who's got a YouTube channel. I just see her on here. I wanted to talk to her because she's been living in her car for the last little while. Let me see if there's another gentleman here, if I could find him. I want to give him a call because he actually has been living in his car now for a while. And I would love to speak to him and ask him if I could talk to him and ask him what he's doing or what he's been up to. Because I would like to know if that's him. Nope, not him. There's somebody. I'm going to find them, guys, through the show if I could get a... Oh, okay. I think this is him here. I'm going to surprise call him. That's not me, Mike. Yeah, Supreme Canon finally weighed into the comments here. He just told us that that's not him. Okay. They can't afford it. No surprise. Metal World saying... Metal World is saying, RY, that's rough. No jobs here too. The Commonwealth has crashed. 10 cities and homeless people everywhere. Yeah. Do you remember, guys, the movie Back to the Future Part 2? When the whole future got changed and Marty went back to the year 2015 or 20 in the future when Biff ruled the world or something. No, not 2015. He screwed up the past and he went back to the future to 1985 or something, and Biff changed the whole future, and Hill Valley was like 10 cities and motorcycle gangs everywhere and casinos. That's what it's turning out to be, the Commonwealth. Yeah, Supreme Canon says, I'll wait for you to call me Mikey. Yeah, I know you wouldn't call me 46 times in a row. So this is from the University of Miami that sent me this and asked me to... We can't afford Florida, and the average benchmark price for a house in Florida. Let's look that up. So this is your detached average benchmark price for a house in Florida. I hope this is it. Okay, I don't know what the heck that is. Average benchmark price. See what the okay, Orlando, medium home value, detached, 4 bedrooms and bigger, $248,000. Yeah, people with the average of $33,999. That's the median income in Florida. So, okay, how does the affordability level compare into other cities? So, Vancouver real estate. So, the median income is about $49,000 a year take home net, not gross. This is $65,000 gross, $49,000 net, and the average home is $1.36 million in Vancouver. So affordability versus American cities here, this is actually a really good graph here. So Miami Beach, the average home price, oh man, I'm going to do an individual video on this thing. I'm going to do an individual video for this later this week, guys, for you guys. This is really good. It shows you what the average income is. So to income to housing ratio. So Ottawa and Toronto, Ontario home price. Oh, but this is not right because the average home in Toronto is just over $1 million. It's saying $481,000 here. That's nowhere near. Yeah, that's nowhere near. You see how in Florida they actually make more money than in Toronto because they get taxed less? And the average house in Miami Beach is $315,000. Wow. This is a really good... I'm going to do an individual video on this for you guys sometime next week. All right. I'll do that one later. Okay, let's keep trucking here. Okay, guys, so this is another big headline that's all over the place from 4 or 5 days ago. So we got Mike Martin's toupee in the house. We got Papa Pest move metal. You mean liquidate? And Papa Pest is saying Mike Martin's toupee in the house. We got Three Right Guys, cough, cough, bat soup. We got Metal World saying liquidate the uninfected. Supreme Cannon says chicken of the cave soup. So we got Mike Martin's toupee in the house. Then we got Supreme Cannon asking best immune booster if the world doesn't kill you. If it doesn't kill you first. Yeah. So let's see what happens, guys. I did a video that actually grossed me out of that lady who was bragging about how she snuck into France knowing she had the coronavirus, and she took a pile of medicine to get on the plane. And then when she arrived, she took pictures of herself eating in restaurants and everywhere in France, in Paris, and putting it on social media and bragging to her friends. That's disgusting, guys. This Saturday's Mike and the Knights are going to be straight up open lines. People are going to be calling in. I'll go over the news, what's happening, and then you guys call in on Mike and the Night, okay? Someone's asking me to look up the benchmark house price in Wuhan. Yeah, I don't think no one's going to sell or buy in that area for at least a couple of months till they find out what's going on. All right, here we go. Seattle's hidden housing crisis, middle class workers forced out of the city. So we've seen this everywhere, guys. We've seen this in all of California and all of Oregon and all of Washington State. And people are just moving east. I mean, they can move to Olympia, other places in the state, but they want to move to bigger cities in other states. So that's what's been happening. So Cara Peters works at Seattle Central Library. She's third-generation Washingtonian who grew up in West Seattle. So she had grandma. She did Mary Kay. She had 4 daughters who all went to West Seattle High School. But unlike her parents and grandparents, Peters can't afford a house in Seattle, even though she makes an income, and she earned $57,396. That's very impressive. That's like 65 grand more. That's like 71, maybe 68, 69,000 Canadian. That's a lot of money in Canadian dollars. So Peters moved to Tacoma where she could afford a house. She loves Tacoma, but misses being close to family. People are being separated from families. People have to live far. People have to go out of their way. You know what I'm saying? So the median income in Seattle is over $700,000, and then basically where she's at now is $313,000. So at least for people living away from the major cities could afford to live, as opposed to people living in the secondary and quad cities from Toronto or from Vancouver or from Sydney. They're still paying an arm and a leg. Living in Tacoma and going to Seattle isn't that bad because you got good highways, you got good infrastructure. It's not that bad. But in Toronto, you have to move to like the next prop to Manitoba or all the way to Thunder Bay or Cayuga to get a deal. Owen saying buying Tesla stock is purely capital gains, no cash flow. Metal World says true. Better than nothing. Papa Pissed saying, look, Layla saying Papa Pissed, but they had herb stuffed in there. I don't know what they're talking about. All right, people are on their own topics there. Does it okay, there's So there's somebody here, Mike, you need to listen to the latest stream by Cricktill Thinker. He had Doug Force on. He mentioned who owns the empty condos in Toronto. Oh, we know it's all corporate numbers. We already covered who owns the empty condos in Toronto. They all tie back to a corporation, a corporate number. Because obviously, if you see the name, you're going to know it's a foreign investor. So they hide it under a corporation. So that's that right there. People have to flee their cities because they just can't afford to live in their own cities anymore. And this lady has a decent income. $57,000 a year American is nothing to laugh at, you know? All right, let's move on. Let's move to better dwelling. Canadian condo prices are rising and falling faster than houses. So let's take a look at this. Let's look at some graphs here and see what it says. So this is Canadian home prices in Q4 of 2019. The annual change in home prices of all types selected in Canadian real estate market separated by construction. So guys, this is into negative percentages here. This is in positive. So Ottawa, Montreal, Victoria, Toronto, aggregate, and then here's your Calgary and Vancouver. So this is pulling everything else back here. So the aggregation is in a positive situation right now. But this is the annual change home prices of all types. Okay, all types, right? So Vancouver is basically leading the way towards the Canadian crash. Here is Canadian house prices Q4, annual change in house prices for select Canadian real estate markets separated by construction. So there's new build, right? And then there's the total right here. So Ottawa, Montreal, Toronto. Whoa, there's a negative. Ooh, Nelly. We got a negative in new builds right here. Then we got a negative in Victoria. We got the aggregate new builds down. So what is this? You know what this is telling you right here, this little piece right here? That no one's breaking ground. No one's applying for building permits. No one's breaking ground, and you don't have any new construction. That means no one's building. That means, well, it doesn't mean that nobody's building. It means that builders are holding off on Toronto, Victoria, and right now, and Calgary and Vancouver. Look at Vancouver here. Look how bad it is. Yeah! So, Sad Belly says, to be fair, I think a lot of condo purchases are from funds chasing yield since the Fed was buying all the bonds, pushing down yield. And then we have Solid Extra. Does Ottawa have a housing problem? No. Ottawa is where everyone's moving from Toronto. Like I met a couple of people have emailed me that chose to move to Ottawa because they couldn't afford to live in Toronto anymore. So the median house price in Ottawa before everybody moved there was just in around the $190,000 to $240,000 mark. Now I think it's around the $300,000 mark, and it's going up steady, right? But the problem is I don't think wages would catch up to it. That's the problem, man. Yeah, Papa Piston saying Ottawa's effing exploding. I live 10 minutes away. Yeah, you could pick up something for in and around $200,000 to $210,000. Like 2.5 years ago. Now, you're lucky if you get anything around $300,000. Yeah, bidding wars. And hundreds of offers. Yeah. We're losing the bid. Guys, we can't win the bidding wars. We can't win these wars, guys. We don't have the dirty money to do it. I need to get Owen on the show. Where the hell is Owen? I need to talk to Owen. I need to talk to Owen. I need to talk to Owen right now. Nope, he's offline. He is offline. I want to talk to Owen because it'd be nice to ask him what's going on. Mike Martin's toupee saying, I'm parked at Walmart's Supercenter watching Mike Martin's. David Xavier says, money from China is going to flow in faster than ever. Yeah, that's for sure. Doug Forrest said the UN owns the empty condos in Toronto. Could be, because they're under corporate numbers. I mean, people from Mars If there's life on Mars, they could own condos in Toronto. You know why? It's all under a corporation. Most of them are under a corporate number. Owen said he's about to go to bed. Fine, whatever. Who cares? No worries, bud. When you can, I need you to come on the show. I actually want to talk to you. It's been a little while since we've talked. So just kind of, I know you're working, and I'd like to know what's going on. So Canadian condo prices, the annual change in condo prices for select Canadian real estate markets separated by construction. All right, here we go. So again, you go back to this pattern. Vancouver, Calgary, aggregate. Toronto's got a piece under new build, under construction. So Canadian resale condo prices are soaring while new construction drops. There you go, guys. New builds. Why new builds? Foreign investing. Why? But Mike, look, these are the used ones here, and then there's resale here. Resale's low. Investors want new product. They want to sit on new product because there's less headaches, less repair, less Mickey Mouse. Why do you think new builds are on fire in Victoria? Doing decent in Montreal, but really bad in Toronto because the builders want to keep away from these cities, especially look at Calgary. Holy crap. Builders, if you're a builder, stay away from those cities, man, right now. All right, let's go back. Mortgages to highly indebted borrowers rise to the highest level since the B20. This is dangerous, guys. Again, we're going into danger territory. Canada's seeing a rise in highly indebted and over-leveraged mortgage borrowers. Again, let's look at the graphs here. Why are you borrowing if you can't even afford your first bills? Pay your bills and then borrow to buy a house. Why are you going to add it on, right? So here it is, guys. This is the B20 guideline update. B20 guideline update right here. Look. More and more people are in this danger zone, borrowing when they can't afford. When they can't afford already the debts. Like they already have the debts they have. Just add it on. You know when you're building a hamburger at one of those fancy restaurants where you could put whatever you want on your hamburger. You could add an extra patty. You could add some more meat. You could add more of this. All you're doing is you're going from where you could eat all the way to a level where it's unconsumable. And that's what's happening with this. Yeah, highly indebted borrowers rises to highest levels. This should be front and center news. This should be telling people right now to do your homework. And that's what I keep talking about here. Do your damn homework because the banks don't care. Your real estate agent doesn't give a crap. And neither does your mortgage broker. Everybody else, they don't give a rat's penis. Do you know why? Because they want to make their damn commissions. Gary Madero's in the house. Canadians are 174% of their income in debt. Denmark beats them with 237%. Denmark does beat them, but Australia is at 208%. And, Canada, I think, is pushing the 200% mark. I think they're pushing the 200% mark. Last time, I think I read that article for you guys. So mortgages to highly indebted borrowers rise to the highest level since B20. You gotta be joking. Is anybody awake? All right, Canadian seniors now almost $4 billion. I covered this on the channel, guys. Let's do a quick channel plug here. You are tuned in. Trends in the housing market with Mike Martins. All right, let's go back to some channel news here real quick. Yeah, I covered that right here. You see Grandpa Simpson over here. Here it is. Seniors borrow more to stay afloat right here. $4 billion. I covered that on the channel. Australia's unaffordable basic lifestyle. New Zealand's affordability crisis here. Man, we're like, this is really, I'm not trying to be all AMTV, all in your face. The world's going to end tomorrow. I'm not pulling one of those. I'm not pulling an AMTV here. I'm really trying to tell you guys, this is a big financial takeover. It's a hostile financial takeover because the amount of people that are actually homeless now because of this and the amount of people that have a minimal pension that could rent a median room somewhere just to get by can't do that anymore because a room costs like $1,500-$1,600. So people with pensions collecting a pension are in a homeless shelter. Yeah. Anyways, don't forget to hit me up on PayPal. Patreon supporters, thank you so much for your support. And pick up a morning coffee with Mike mug. I want to thank people who have been buying stuff on my channel. I've been selling a lot of stuff. So, really cool tights here. Amazing t-shirts. If you guys want to pick something up, don't forget to pick up a t-shirt. Look at the back. Awesome, awesome, possum. Mike in the Night stuff. We're gonna get a Supreme Cannon mug. We got the Raven mug here. Here it is, Raven mug. Really nice, fashionable mug. There's the Raven right there. Nice Raven mug if you guys want. It comes in several colors. I don't recommend any other colors but the ones I'm showing you. Okay, let me see if I can get Andrew on the phone. Here, I'm going to call him right now on Facebook. See if he picks up. All right, he hasn't picked up. All right. Excuse me. Black Swan event, I see that on Marco Whiteboard Finance on YouTube channel. Mike Hutton, Blackface Trudeau won't be happy till every Canadian's financially destroyed. All right. Black Bat Soup. Woo! You're watching Trends in the Housing Market. All right, let's get back to business here, guys. So I covered that last story. All right, housing inflation slide a worry for the Reserve Bank of Australia. The headline inflation figures was surprisingly high, but it could have been higher if it wasn't for soft housing costs. Excuse me. So we're looking at a bunch of lies here. Here it is. Sydney contraction continues. So Sydney is constantly contracting when it comes to we got people here from Quebec City. Yeah, man. All kinds of cool people here, man. All right, Sydney contraction continues. That's the truth right there. Look, man, I'm getting sick. Hope I'm not getting sick again. So Leo is saying, can someone please tell the train operator to honk softer in my town? All right, comments are going. So we all know that the economy is contracting in Australia, but the housing prices still go up. Here's the Daily Mail here. By now, homes in some of Sydney's most sought-after suburbs see price drops of up to $500,000. Hold on a second. Someone told me that prices are going up and skyrocketing. So price drops of $500,000. I like how they word it like it's a deal, it's a bargain, it's a good time to buy. No. I like how they like to mask it. By now, homes in some of Sydney's most sought-after suburbs see price drops of $500,000. Price drops? Price crash of $500,000. Do you know what that means? Someone's on the hook for that $500,000 that they lost. They don't tell you that. Some of the city's most livable suburbs saw price falls in the six-figure range. In Woolloomooloo, the median house price fell by $501,000 in the year to December. Trendy Paddington in Sydney's Inner East recorded a drop of at least $228,000. Inner East suburbs, among a handful of livable suburbs, see six-figure drops. Price drops credited to rate cuts and easing lending restrictions at the start of 2009. So when you see a recorded drop of $228,000 in some units, that means somebody is on the hook for that much money. Someone's on the hook. Someone lost that. Someone lost their shirt. Or they're paying for a house that's worth $228,000 less than what they bought it for. Oh yeah, TD is introducing compound interest rates on their credit cards. That was bound to happen regardless. They're just going to keep, they have the revolving debt, the compound debt. They're just going to keep adding it on and making it harder and harder. And what they do is they wait till so many people could get in. So many people could get in. And then once everybody's racked up their debt, they start changing things around. So we got price drops all across Australia right now. I'm seeing articles where prices are up. So instead of announcing, I'm going to actually read this as an independent article tomorrow. Instead of announcing that, hey, people in Australia, prices in some suburbs are seeing a crash of about $500,000. Instead of saying prices crashed $500,000, they reworded by saying, buy now! Homes in some Sydney's most sought-after suburbs see a price drop of $500,000. But they don't tell you that, oh, man loses shirt in house worth $500,000 less than what he bought it for. They don't tell you that on the news. They don't want you to know that. But when you see a house down 500 large, somebody's in the hole for 500 large right now. Yeah, I should have a Kleenex box beside me here. Stacks of paper, laugh out loud. Emma saying, I got a call from TD last week asking to bump up my credit limit over the phone and move any debt I have over to them. That's called consolidation. Be careful with consolidations because they might have an introductory rate for you to actually consolidate, and then after your rate goes up. Careful with that, eh? Yeah, Canada is so sneaky with foreclosures, but eventually when inventory gets high, watch out below. Yep. Papa Piss says 100K positive equity on his house. Really good. David Xavier saying FICO scores are crashing everyone in the U.S. Yep. FICO scores is your credit score rating. If you're with Equifax or whoever you're with, that's a good thing to track where your credit score is. I really don't track my credit score too much because I don't carry any debt. I don't have a debt. So I have my one little $2,000 credit card for my corporation, which I pay off like at the end of the month if I use it, and it's paid off in full. So I'm not like too worried about that. But look at this. Instead of announcing a price crash, they announced. Look at this one. This one's down $477,000. Another one's down $140,000 from $1.172 million. So why aren't they announcing a price correction in Australia? Why are they making it seem it's a great time to buy? You got to be kidding me. Why are they playing with people's lives? Back in the day, you'd have good reporters all over this. Okay, Sydney's house prices record largest annual gain since 2017 peak. So this is the complete opposite. Here we're seeing price gains here. Biggest price gain since 2017. Where's the color? So okay, I have to go to individual ones. This is 17 to 19 right here. So that's what they're aiming for here. Yeah, that's what they're aiming for right here. So what? There's more inventory on the market. So there's the year-over-year percentage rate, but then we get a completely different article here. And these are the suburbs here. I don't know, man. I got to get somebody on from Australia to tell me what the hell is going on down under, because this is a bunch of garbage. There are now more food banks in the UK than McDonald's. We covered this already, but this was sent to me more times. I did cover this as an independent story on my channel. There are now more food banks across the United Kingdom than McDonald's restaurants. Statistics show that there are around 1,300 branches of fast food chain nationwide, while the number of food banks are estimated more than 2,000 food banks, with 8 million people living below the poverty line in London. In England. No, not England as a whole, London. 8 million people at the poverty line. Wow, look at that guy's hair. Drug dealer mocked for looking like a sideshow Bob in his mugshot. Let's move on. Guys, if this doesn't scream... Guys, honestly, I'm not joking. If this doesn't scream we're in a problem, then I don't even know how to convey my message to you guys, because I don't even know what to say, because this is crazy. That means there's less jobs. I mean, if you got more people volunteering at food, we got more volunteers at food banks than there is employment in McDonald's. All right, let's keep moving here. Okay, UK house price growth at 14-month high, says Nationwide. January property values are 1.9% higher than a year ago, and the average price stands at £215,000. That's about $270,000 US. So, I mean, if you got a decent job, but wages in the UK, wages in Europe they're not good. VMware Layoffs confirms as part of the workforce rebalancing. So we're seeing has confirmed to the CRN that limited number of employees are being laid off this week as a part of the virtualization STAR's annual workforce rebalancing. So they're going to call it rebalancing, restructuring, refixing, everything. Yep. Lord Humongous is saying New York is taking some big haircuts over the overpriced rat boxes. That's right. The main item being consumed is our lives and our families' legacies. That's correct, Supreme Canon. So, Nissan's situation appears dire, with reports of model cuts and layoffs. So they're going to start cutting models, and they're going to start looking at layoffs. The troubles aren't a huge surprise, since Nissan's profits were down 73% in the first half of its 2019 fiscal year. We did do a video on this at the beginning of last year, how Nissan is in a lot of financial troubles. Layoffs hit Walmart's as well brand. Walmart is laying off Walmart e-commerce workers in New York from its Aswell direct-to-consumer home brand, in addition to other corporate functions focusing on its incumbent efforts. A company spokesperson confirmed to Retail Dive. Business Insider first reported the news. The layoffs, which impact 29 to 56 total employees at the office, are effective of April 24th. How old is this thing? Oh, this is today's article. So, that was pre-layoffs, and then now they're getting more layoffs here. So, more layoffs. BBC, British Broadcasting crap. Is it a British Broadcasting crap? To lay off 450 news staff in a bid to save $100 million. So they're going to be laying off more news staff because nobody is tuned in to cable news anymore. Nobody cares about cable news anymore. Laying off more people. Social media, you're going to see more and more people getting laid off. Mainstream media, sorry. Your mainstream media, you're going to see them take a big hit. Albertus cannabis producer confirms layoffs. We're getting more layoffs in the cannabis sector. And they're laying off 10% of their workforce, making it really hard to... And then we got Goodyear spokesperson confirms more layoffs on the way. So Goodyear is going to... I think it's in Alabama. Gadsden, Alabama, right? Yeah, Gadsden, Alabama. I think it's yeah. And again, they're having a really tough time right now. Goodyear's having a tough time. I don't know what the hell this is. More layoffs planned at 3M. 3M is a very big company in Minneapolis, and 1,500 job cuts to come on top of the 2,000 job cuts the company trimmed less than a year ago. So 3M is letting more people go again. And yeah, I'm actually going to read this article like in comparison to show how the difference is here in Seattle. The home price $628,000, income required $109,000. But why is Toronto so low? That's what I don't understand. Like Toronto, it's saying here, Toronto, Ontario, home price $481,000. It's still too low. Income required $68,000. Too low. See, Jacksonville, Florida, this is in line. $207,000 for a house. Income required $35,000. I'd rather be in this position than buy $1 million home and make $60,000 a year. I don't want to be in that kind of position. So the higher the paying city, the more expensive the average. So let's go over this here. So here it is, least to most affordable. So most affordable is down here. Calgary, Alberta, $300,000 for a house and $42,000 the annual income. And what's this third row here? Actual medium household income. Oh, in U.S. dollars. So $73,183. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, $145,000. And actual median income is $51,581. Oklahoma City, that's a really good price for a house, $145,000. Columbus, Ohio, $156,000. Indianapolis, $154,000. Charlotte, North Carolina, $239,000. Ottawa, Ontario, $338,000. Baltimore, $182,000. Jacksonville, Florida, $207,000. San Antonio, Texas. San Antonio, $213,000 for a detached home, and you're making $49,000 a year. That's still not a bad deal. Albuquerque, New Mexico, $215,000. Average annual income is $49,000. Still not bad. Milwaukee, $152,000. Annual income is $38,000. Atlanta, Georgia, $236,000. Annual income $51,000. Phoenix, Arizona, $240,000. Annual income $52,000. Chicago, Illinois, $243,000. $52,497. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, $194,000. And annual median income of $40,000. Montreal, Quebec, $42,200. Montreal still, Quebec City still affordable, $296,000, $46,000 a year. Las Vegas, Nevada, $287,000, $53,159. Then you go up into here, the medium income gap between 1 and 10,000. So Portland, Oregon, Nashville, Tennessee, Denver, Austin, Texas, Detroit, Michigan. Income gap between 10,000 and 25,000. Miami, Florida. Average median house there, detached home, is $315,000, and $33,000 is the annual income. Toronto, $481,000. That's U.S., so that'd be like $800,000, and the average the person makes is $49,000. Houston, Texas, $279,000, and the average annual wage is $33,000, and then Dallas, Texas, $350,000, $47,000. Then you go income gap between $25,000 and $50,000. You got Boston, Massachusetts, at $62,021 per year. The average median home is $642,000. New York City, New York, $650,000. San Diego, California, $593,000. Seattle, Washington, $628,000. Washington of District of Columbia, $600,000. Then you go up to the gap over $500,000. SA, $500,000. San Jose, California, $928,000, $96,000 a year. Los Angeles, California, $710,000, $96,000 a year. Oh my God, here it is. Vancouver, BC, $869,211. And actual median income, 49,118. What a gap. Look at San Francisco, Los Angeles, San Jose. Actual median household income is about 96,000 across the board for all three cities. And then Vancouver, little Vancouver sits at number 2 at 49,000 a year. Yeah, people are getting taken to the cleaners. Oh, I own a place in Vancouver, BC, and my median home price is about $869,000, but I make $49,000 a year. Woo! So sorry, we got a lot of people, a lot of trolls in the comment section here. So there it is, guys, in a nutshell. Calgary, if you're in Canada, median home prices versus income, you're sitting well. Oklahoma, all the way down here, these places. Chicago, Phoenix, Atlanta, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Ottawa, Charlotte, Indianapolis, Columbus, Ohio. The worst places are right here. San Francisco, Vancouver, Los Angeles, San Jose. What do you guys see? What similarities do you see about these cities here? What's all similar about these cities? Anyone? 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 Put your hand up. Anybody? What do you see? What's the similarity between San Francisco, Vancouver, Los Angeles, and San Jose? Yes, they're expensive. Exactly. David Xavier, they're West Coast. Foreign investing! Yeah, yeah, yeah! Foreign investing! Woo! So I like how Vancouver just sits there, all nice and neat. $869,000 median income price. Actual medium household income in US dollars, $49,000. But the other cities like San Francisco, Los Angeles, and San Jose, they're around the same price as the houses in Vancouver, but they're making almost $100,000 US. They make half the money in Vancouver, but they own a house in Vancouver. Woo! Sorry, guys, I getting plugged up here. Wow, this is a really good graph. Guys, I'm going to post this on my Facebook page if you guys want to go there, if you don't mind going there once in a while. If you want to message me, I would really appreciate it. If you want to send me a message here on Facebook, I really need to post this, guys, so you guys could see. Share now. So I'm going to leave my Facebook here if you guys want to message me. I don't know what the deal is when you're trying to post news articles now on Facebook. It's like here it is, guys. If you want to message me directly, get me on there. Don't forget to buy a mug or a t-shirt or a sweatshirt or tights or a pillow or a mug. If you're going to buy something, just buy it from the shop. Thank you, Patreon supporters. Don't forget to PayPal me, and let's go back to business here. Let's see if we can get someone to call in, man. Who's around that's been watching the show and that knows what's going on? I got a lot of people sending me coronavirus stuff. Lots of coronavirus stuff, man. I'm just getting heavily bombarded. I wonder if Walking Journey bought his house. I know he was looking at buying a house. He was looking at spending about $200,000 in the Conroe area, like where he's at. Maybe further north, along a different corridor, he said. Where the heck is this? Oh, no, this is a builder there. There we go. All right. Zoom it right out. Here we go. Gary Madero's house right here. 375, 5 bedrooms, 4 bath, 3,200 square feet. This thing's enormous. Look at this. It's like 5-star. Look at the backyard. This thing's amazing. In Canada, you know what that is in Toronto? $4 million. $4 million. And you make 50 grand a year. Woo! All right. You know what? Lord Humongous, man, I haven't had you on the show in a while. You want to come on the show, buddy? Let's see what I can find here. I got like 8 Lord Humongouses here on my Skype. Got too many Lord Humongouses here. I got so many Lord Humongouses here. I don't even know which one's the right one anymore. This sucks, man. So many fake accounts on here. It's really scary, the amount of people. I don't know what they want. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know what they want. Yeah, I'm just looking at through here what's going on. Dirt cheap housing here. Where's that? Look at housing in Trail. It's dirt cheap. Trail. Where the hell's Trail? Houses in Cockro. This better be the right person.
What's up?
Oh, thank God it's Lord Humongous. Thank God. How are you, my brother? You doing okay?
What's up, compadre?
Are you still sick?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, last time I spoke, you were pretty sick. So, what did you think of that graph I was reading? That where they're comparing the median income, and then the person living in Vancouver. That's how bad it is. The average house is $869,000 US, and the average person makes $49,000 US.
Yeah, those charts and numbers are all bogus. Everything from CPI to any one of those charts, even the National Association Realtor numbers, Case Shiller, they're all just.
But I believe this about Vancouver because in Vancouver, the average median house is about 1.1 million Canadians, the average median price. The average person doesn't make over 50,000 net because the average person makes about 70, 80,000 gross. They give half their pay to the federal government for their free health care, and then they're left with peanuts.
Canadians are running on that real estate bubble. They have been since the crash of 2008. You know. There was all that money printing mixed in there. Yeah. I mean, it all ties together, Mike. I mean, the real estate everywhere, even in Australia, is just stupid. It's out of range for probably 95% of working people, even upper middle class, are having trouble. Mm-hmm. It's all economics at the end of the day. It's all the money printing. It's all the QE. Pump it up till infinity and beyond.
Do you see us going into a melt-up right now? Because I'm predicting we're in a melt-up because right now some housing pricing is going up.
Yes. In real estate, I definitely see the melt-up in real estate right now as it's happening in real time. Okay. They're still dealing with the European crisis, the toxic derivatives.
Yeah, negative interest rates.
That's a big vortex. It's going to suck down Europe first, I believe.
Because we're seeing prices going up in the UK, but then you're seeing that 8 million people, and there's more food banks than there is McDonald's.
Yeah, I mean, look at the vacancy rates. I mean, it's everywhere. It's in Canada. It's in the US, big time. Mm-hmm. These big hedge funds that come in on all these foreclosures, and then they buy them up on the cheap and add them to their little portfolios just to make a percentage point. That's the problem with real estate is they turned it into this big hedge fund business, and it's been going on since the crash of 2008. Everything's artificially been pumped up. The real estate bubble is popping right now as we speak. I mean, I just see the signs everywhere, bro. That the tsunami's coming, dude, and this correction is going to be huge. And you can take that to the bank. I mean,
Okay,
it's not gonna
so
stand up.
now we got this coronavirus. We got all this crap at the same time. I mean, the housing market is really resilient. You notice that, eh? It's so resilient because it's 100% fake.
Oh, of course. I mean, all the markets are manipulated. It's all they tie a lot of the GDP to housing.
That's
And
dangerous when they underpin
they
Australia's GDP, UK's GDP, Canada's GDP is all
You
pinned
bet-
in real estate, and that's dangerous.
exactly. Hold on, Mike. I'm trying to. You hear me?
Yeah, is the fake Lord Humongous calling you?
No, I'm trying to put it on speaker because I can barely hear you. All right, now go ahead.
Okay, I'm here. I'm going ahead.
Much better, much better.
Yeah. So okay, now tell us in your opinion. Okay, you're in Colorado. Are you seeing foreign investing there, or is it just kind of like American, more American?
Well, when I sold my house at the peak was January. It closed in January of 2019. I think that was the topping point right there, and we did have some Chinese investors come by and actually look at our house,
Okay.
but I ended up selling it to some other dude that runs some kind of hedge fund out in LA. And all he did was turn it into a rental basically, and he was sitting on my house trying to rent it out for like 2,300, and he had to drop the price. I mean, like 2 times, and he finally rented it out just like in this last December.
Wow.
Yeah, no, he sat.
2,300 to rent.
Yeah, that's a lot though, Mike. For the rents are out of whack. I mean, it's all based on the pricing, the artificial pumping of this bubble, and it all goes back to the central banks. They're the ones that are the culprits behind this whole thing.
Well, we became service nations. Canada's
Yeah.
a 100% service nation. We
Is that so is the U.S. pretty much. Our manufacturing's been decimated for 30 years here. We don't really make anything in America anymore, except for debt, which they print out by the trillions.
Yeah, America's number one export is inflation.
Yeah, through that debt instrument, that fiat, and they tie it to the petrodollar. That's sinking. You can notice it hitting crude big time. There's an over glutton supply of oil out there, and a failing currency. All the currencies are failing at the same time because they all eventually fail.
Yeah.
That's why you're gonna see, dude. You're gonna see a pop in silver probably in the next couple of months. I would see it trading well over $23 pretty soon in the next couple of months.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And gold's kind of in a consolidation phase right now, but I do believe we'll see gold like over $2,000 trading by the end of the year.
Yeah, everyone's been predicting a 2020 gold by November of this year.
Yep, because it's the only sound real money currency in the world. All these paper charades. That's basically what all this whole debt bubble is. They need to just either cancel the debt, wipe it completely out, start everybody from scratch, start a new monetary system that's actually backed by the people, backed by precious metals, sound money, and that would correct probably 92% of the problems that we have.
Well, if they want to fix 92% problems that they have right now, all they have to do is put interest rates at 8%, up 8%, and you'll see everything pretty much fix itself overnight, literally in 2 quarters. You'd see
but I would disagree with you because I think that interest on money is a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's usury basically. It's not a moral system.
Right.
Just like taxation. America did fine before 1913 and the creation of the central bank, Federal Reserve here in America.
That was during Christmas Eve.
Yeah, and Woodrow Wilson. I mean, they're all them creatures from Jekyll Island, man. People need to study. They need to know what money and what it is. They always try to use wordplay. What's a currency and what's money? Well, gold, silver, and precious metals are real money. Everything else is a currency.
Mm-hmm.
But precious metals is also a currency, an industrial metal, and a monetary metal. That's what they don't tell people this. They try to keep that's how they maintain control, basically.
Well, I have some good news. Gold is at 20 by Peppa Pist posted there. Gold is at $2,087 Canadian today. Our Canadian dollar isn't doing so well, so gold is over 2,000 Canadian.
Yeah. I mean, people, that's what I'm trying to tell people, is that they need to separate the two.
Yeah.
Okay, we live in these two parallel financial universes. There's one for the 1% that control the whole game, and then there's the other one for the rest of us. Right? They keep us in. We keep this system going by participating in it. If everybody stopped participating in it, it would change in 24 hours overnight.
Oh, for sure. Or if everybody, do you see 2020 being the year where people lose confidence in their banking system?
Oh, they've already lost. I think they've already lost it. I think they lost it back in 2016.
Do you see people pulling their money out?
Yeah, I do. I just see people just getting away from banking altogether, and they're going to come up with some other platform where precious metals are going back to some kind of barter type system, I guess.
What about a cryptocurrency that's backed by gold and silver?
Well, that's the whole thing, Mike. Gold and silver don't need to be backed by anything. And
no,
they do.
I understand that, but having a cryptocurrency that you only have so much cryptos as opposed to in balance to what you have in gold, instead of having these paper derivatives saying you have 10 ounces of gold in their reserves in their coffers, but when you go collect your 10 ounces of gold, they tell you to get lost.
Yeah, but what's the difference between a derivative and a crypto? Really? Nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both backed by nothing. They derive, like, I'm going back to the whole sound money thing, right? All these products are created to benefit the few, okay? And because we use these stupid vehicles of credit, digital currency, anything that's not backed by real money, that's where we get into these big problems and these big deficits and derivative toxics, CDOs. I mean, it's
repo markets.
Yeah, it's repo market. It's one thing after another. Look, the Federal Reserve has been printing America's so-called currency for the last 100 years when they had a charter. Their charter was up in 2013. They shouldn't even be printing notes and pumping them into the worldwide system. And they've tied everything to that stupid note. And it's not even a real dollar. That's what people don't understand. It's an illusion, man. When people can see through that BS and break the illusion, people are going to be much better off a lot quicker. This whole thing just needs to come down because, they've just been kicking the can down the road, and now it's hanging like Wile E. Coyote hanging off a cliff, like Supreme Canada says.
Yeah.
You can see the melt up on the S&P.
Oh yeah.
They just took a big drop today because the FOMC came out and started, spurting their BS. Big drop. If you were playing options on that, I'm sure a lot of these big dudes made a lot of money today on that. But it's, at the end of the day, is it real money? No, it's not. It's just an illusion, And I don't care who knows this information because it's all there to be researched. And until people understand what real money is again, and not artificial, all this crap that's been pumped in for decades, it's like two worlds, man. What's real and what's fake? Do you like real things or do you like fake things? You know what I'm saying? It's just like
the Raven's going to be, guys, just an update. The Raven will be leaving for Dominican Republic in 9 hours. Just giving you guys an update. Okay, continue. I know what you're saying, dude.
Is he gonna call in? You gonna get the Raven in?
I don't know what he's up to. I've been trying to get him in. He's always working. I know he's making up a bunch of hours and he's been working a lot because he is taking a much needed vacation to DR.
That's right.
He's gonna land in Santo Domingo.
Yeah, he's gonna be perched up in Santo Domingo. But yeah, I would tell all your listeners up in Canada, there's a big movement now with the whole van life, man. And you know what? They're making a lot of these vans like better than these crappy apartments that they pay, $2 too much money for. The stealth vans and all that.
I got a few people on the sidelines that I really want to get on the show, but it's like I'm trying to kind of get them on the show, but the timing is off. There's one lady that's been living in her van for 2.5 years. I'm trying to get her on the show. There's another gentleman that sleeps in his car. He's been living in his car now, and he works. He's got an annual income of about $51,000 a year, and he lives in his car. So he makes YouTube. These people make YouTube videos, so it's for real, right? And I'm trying to get him on the show, but it's been really hard to make our time schedules meet.
I understand, Mike. I understand, but this guy that's living in his car, he's making $51,000 a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
He could easily go finance a nice van and have the whole inside done, where he would have zero rent. Now he's banking all that. All he's got is his insurance, gas, and you don't even really spend a lot on gas. You know what I'm scared of? And I think it's going to happen is they're going to make it illegal to sleep in vehicles. They're trying to do it in New Zealand because like 20% of New Zealanders sleep in their vehicles, and I'm scared that eventually they're going to say no, enough's enough. And I think it's not in my town, but in one of the surrounding towns around me, it's actually illegal to sleep in your camper on your driveway, on your land. That's lame.
I could look it up for you. I brought it up on the show.
I understand what you're saying, Mike, but do you really think that they're going to be able to handle the influx of people that are already living in their vehicles? No. I mean, these are tyrannical laws. They're complete horse shit. Excuse my French. And that's when people have to take a stand and say, you know what? F you. You know what I mean? I'm not following that law. The problem with these stupid cops is they run on a totally different law system too. And it's all throughout Canada, US. They all run on the admiralty system of law. And that's why they get away with a lot of their tyranny. I've been following a lot of dudes that are doing First Amendment audits, different channels here in the U.S., and they'll actually go into police stations and public buildings and put these people in their place because they're just sitting there wasting time and taxpayers' resources.
Here it is. In Los Angeles, LA extends law banning homeless from sleeping in cars, and then the ban was extended in 2019 of July, where they've extended the ban from sleeping in cars.
So what? So then if they're going to do that, then what do they do with all these people that are down in Skid Row, living in tents on the sidewalk? You know what I'm saying?
I know about that. Yeah.
What are you going to do? You're going to ticket those people that they don't have any money. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm saying everything comes back to the stupid money, the money system. It's the fact that Americans are so dumbed down that they don't even know what real money is anymore. And they've been lied to by the government politicians. They've been from all the way from the top, the central bankers, the financial people, and it's all a big usurious system. And it's going to implode. That's what people don't understand. It is a mathematical inevitability. That's why they're trying to push everybody on this 5G crap, digital this and digital that, so they can track every single move that every single slave makes.
So here's the typhus zone, guys. Here's the typhus zone, and rats and trash infest Los Angeles Skid Row.
Yeah, you don't think that's a prime breeding ground for coronavirus coming in from China? San Francisco, LA, Seattle, those are all major hubs for people coming in. And you forgot
Portland.
And Portland, yeah. And Vancouver.
Yeah, Vancouver's getting pretty bad, yeah.
And San Diego.
Yeah, San Diego's got like a 23,000 homeless.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But they all have major airports, you know what I'm saying? And they fly people in and out from these countries all the time. I don't understand why they're still flying people in from these areas. That's just waiting for a pandemic to just start, spreading. I mean, my mom's out in LA. She had the flu, dude. She was just telling me the other day, and it was bad, and she thought she actually had the coronavirus, dude.
Really?
Yeah, I
Well,
would, dude. I would.
LA. The people that live in the homes are predominantly Chinese now, right?
Well, there's a lot of different areas that they when they came in and they bought up like different like cities.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you go down and go past like like Pasadena area into like Arcadia. Uh, I used to play these football teams and they were Asian back then.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a whole Asian center. Past is like Arcadia, some parts of San Gabriel Valley right there. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, yeah, it's just. But the whole thing is that these Chinese restaurants too. I wouldn't be eating at any of these places to tell you the truth because I used to deliver to those places back when I was a kid. That was like one of my first jobs
Mm-hmm.
was delivering sodas to different restaurants and stuff. And we used to go to a lot of Chinese restaurants, and they were always dirty, dude. They were. I mean, there was like rats in the back, and it was just gross, man. It was,
Mm-hmm.
and this was in the valley back in the '80s. You know.
So, I want to ask you one more thing. Did you watch my Trump impeachment equals the biggest waste of time video?
Yeah, and it's true because it is a big. It's part of the pony. It's part of the pony show.
Did you like how I was eating a snack there?
Every
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Look, man, presidents are selected, not elected. They're not. I don't like either party. I don't like the Republican side or the Democratic side. I think they're all bought and paid for, which I
Mm-hmm.
know they are. Just like Trump is, man. He's just a front man, dude. He's just another clown for 4 years and does what the bankers tell him to do. Us as people, as citizens of whatever country we are, we all need to take a stand and say no more. And it's coming. It's going to come one way or the other. So, you there?
Yeah, I'm right here. I'm just watching myself eating a chocolate bar here.
Yeah, you stick with the chocolate bars. Don't eat bat soup. Don't eat live rodents like they do in Wutan or wherever the Wu-Tang virus is coming from.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to get you on the show. Open lines on Mike in the Night. If you're available, come on the show. Tell us what's on your mind, outside of the housing, just whatever's on your mind. This Saturday.
When are you going to get my mug and hoodie? That's what I want to know.
Oh yeah, Lord Humongous. But the thing is, yeah, you know what it was. What it is, I have to look at copyright rules.
No, you don't. You can take my stupid profile pic. I made that actual character of it.
You did?
Yeah, take the one that's got the red and the blue and put that on a mug and watch them suckers sell like hotcakes.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it tomorrow at work. When I get to the
All
shop, what do I got tomorrow to do? I got to put up a shelf and list a few things on eBay, and that's it. I have the rest of the day off. I'll make some videos, and I'll do that actually.
Are those gangs still harassing you?
Oh yeah, these huge Tony Montana gangs.
Did you put your Wanderers jacket on and you tell them that anybody touches you, they're going to deal with me?
Yeah. No, it was a build up. What happened at my shop was a build up from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And I'm like, why are people talking to me like this? Like a lot of people. And I realized it's just people that I don't know. They come and they basically unload on me. And I don't need that. You know what I'm saying?
You know what it is, Mike? They're all like Bernie type communists, dude, that are entrenched in that whole ideology and have been for lots of years.
Entitled.
Yeah, what's good for everybody else isn't good for them, and they got to have the best of the best at other people's expense. And
if these people don't stop bugging me, I'm gonna put a statue of Donald Trump outside my store.
You should do that, and then pack a loaded 45, and when they walk in your store and they start harassing you, then you can just put it on the table.
Mm-hmm. All right. All right, Robert. Lord Humongous. Sorry, I said your real name there for a second.
I don't care. Whatever. That's cool, brother.
Yeah, nobody scares Robert. He's packing.
That's right. All right, brother.
You take care. God bless you. We'll see you on Mike in the Night.
God bless. Peace out.
All right. So we got somebody asking if we're taking in callers. Let's see if she's here. Here she is. Let me give her a call.
Hi, Mike.
Oh, hey, how you doing? Everything okay?
Yeah, I was out for my New Year's holiday, so in Mexico.
Oh, you went to
¿Cómo está?
nothing. Good, good. Where did you go in Mexico?
Maya Riviera?
Oh, Riviera Maya. Okay, so you went to like Cancun area.
Yeah, from there. Yes, that's correct. We landed at
Yucatan,
Cancun.
Yucatan state.
Yes, I stayed in the Yucatan Princess. Yeah, it was a lovely time. It was a beautiful holiday.
Good.
We, yeah, we really enjoyed ourselves, and yeah,
Good
it
for
was
you.
great. The New Year's was great, and it was rocking and rolling. So
Nice.
back home.
So let me ask you, housing. Did you get a place yet? Or are you still looking?
No, I'm looking, and I'm not. As I said, I don't want to buy into any berserk trends
Hmm.
and get in with it. I just want to buy what I can afford. But this is what I hear. I've spoken to a lot of people. Things are really changing. Well, the government's not going to make the bubble bust. It's not going to bust. They're not going to make it go bust. But definitely, I hear that this is, the fallout of this. The intervention is going to be that a lot of money is not being invested in projects.
Hmm.
And there's no money. Everybody's only leveraging and housing and assets and yeah. So everybody is buying even stocks and buybacks and stuff like that. All the pension funds, everybody's only, it's till when is it gonna go on?
Hmm.
You can't stop it, right? And then what's happening? I hear a lot of other things too. Like they're building small towns. They're building high density residences. They don't realize that they think that they're gonna solve the supply problem, but when they really build high density on small piece of land, the cost of the land goes up. That's
Yes.
that's what they do,
Hmm.
right? So they don't understand these things, and then and then they say, oh yeah, people, there is no listing, nobody wants to sell. Come on, Mike, I have on my street, next to my street. If you just put the street name in, you just go on Realtor or House Sigma is where you can see what has been sold or not. Just put a street, expired, suspended, not sold. What are we talking? Deal gone bad. It's
Yeah.
like, they don't want to talk about that. They just don't want to talk about it. I have my friends who tell me 5 houses gone off, and look at the realtors. They only want to help you if there is something on the realtor. They don't want to go house knocking. So what are we paying the realtors for?
Hmm.
I don't want to get into all these things. I don't want to do something which is not right.
Hmm.
For me, I want to deal with a person who's ready to go knock doors and see if I want to buy on that street, who all are selling on the street, who's ready to work. The realtors don't want to work. They only want to do those standard contracts on the internet. They don't care what you buy or not. The whole system is so designed that it only works to bring up the prices.
Yeah, it's not
There's nothing
designed for correction. It's designed so that people don't lose. The problem is it's getting to a point where you're not going to see any more people, any more locals living in these cities anymore because none of them could afford to live in them.
So that's happening. People are shifting into small, ratty townhouses. Oof, it's like, I don't know why they have to build such kind of accommodation. Why they can't build to make people happy? There's so much of land around.
Well, you got to remember there's a lot of restrictions when it comes to getting building permits too, right? Like there's lots of land, but the building permits, the cities want to be tight. The cities don't want to give up so much land so quick too. You know what I'm saying? They want to hold on to land for future generations too.
Understandable. This is absolutely understandable. But I don't understand how the city passes those houses when they are made. When the builders build these houses, I don't know how the city passes them.
They pass them because they give them some of the cake.
So that's what I'm saying. See, this is it. So it's basically all corruption everywhere. And why to get into something where you get stuck up? I have good sense. I'm educated. Why do I need to go crazy? Oh, just for the sake of buying a house, just for the sake of investing? Oh, it's okay. At least what I have is what I have. I've not lost it.
Hmm. Hmm.
You know. At least I have it with me, right? Maybe the currency is deteriorating. Maybe the world comes to an end. But at least I died with the fact that I'm not borrowing anything from anyone. I'm living in my
Exactly.
own.
You're at
I'm
peace. But let me ask you: Do you think there's going to be problems to pay if the market starts to correct itself? Do you think a lot of these real estate agents are going to be in hot water because they misled tens of thousands of people?
They already are. They already are because they're being asked to give tests again and again. They already are. Most of them are leaving. They're being forced to leave this job as a realtor. How many sales are they doing? Go look. There are so many. Every house has a realtor. All you need to go is to go to your neighbor's house, talk to them. There, someone is going to be a realtor. They all have to now what they how many houses are selling, Mike? Now. I'm talking of now. I'm not talking of 2015 to 17. I'm talking
No,
of
no,
right.
no, no, no. Now, right now, we already looked at the numbers. What we saw in the numbers today is that they're not building anything new. There's no
Yeah.
projects in the major cities right now. Toronto, Vancouver, I think it was Calgary. Those places, they're not building any new projects anymore because one, no one could afford them, and two, no one's buying them. So there's a huge issue we have here right now. So this is why we're going to start rolling out the correction now. I don't know what the government's next plan is going to be. I think, let me tell you, and I told this to Steve the plumber last week. Can I tell you how they're going to fix this?
Tell me.
They're going to start offering what they did in London, England, 5 years ago. And they're going to start offering 100% loan to value. So
Hmm.
when you go buy the house, they're going to say, if you qualify, we'll give you a mortgage, 100% loan to value, no down payment.
Yeah, but what about the interest? Because I personally know of people who bought a first mortgage like the first time they paid 2.3. Now at the renewal they stand at a renewal after 5 years they're being told to pay 3.25, 3.5.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, they'll do it at 3.5 or 4, but what they're going to do is they're going to do 100% loan to value on the house. Do you understand me? They're going to require zero down payment if you qualify. Some people do qualify and make enough money where
Mm-hmm.
they don't have a down payment, but they make enough money to live, right? Because they're renting, right? So they're
Mm-hmm.
going to look at this situation where you're paying $3,000 or $2,000 for rent, then you should be able to afford a mortgage. Realistically,
So
logically, you should.
that's
So
what we are doing, but I don't want to go house poor. I don't. That's exactly what we're doing. I don't want to pay a realtor 50,000 to buy a house and 50,000 to sell a house because I know my situation because of my son's education, because of my husband's job is going to change. You
okay,
know, and I refuse to pay a 50,000 to buy a house and 50,000 to sell a house. I'm not going to do it.
but I think, in my opinion, they're going to do 100% loan to value, and I'll tell you why I think they're going to do it. They did it in London, England, and when they did that in London, it actually uh, the housing market rallied with a lot of new and first time buyers. That the housing Ponzi scheme went for another 2 more years before it crashed in London.
Hmm.
So if they can get
Yes.
fresh buyers and say, look, you're already paying $3,000 for rent. Let's get you a mortgage. You don't have to put nothing down. You could borrow the full amount, and if the house goes up, you have free equity. And that's what they're going to do. I believe they're going to do that. I really believe it.
So here we go. They do it or they don't do it. Nobody's going to buy these houses. The builders who've not been able to sell for the past 3 years. They're refusing to drop the prices down, but nobody's buying them. I personally know of projects which have not sold for the past 3 years. Mike, it's not a joke. I don't want to name those builders, and these are big buck builders.
I
You
know
know,
who
and
they are. I know exactly who they are.
right, you know it, right? It's a mafia. So they're all connected to the city, right? And then we say that the city doesn't have land. They've already bought that huge land in those areas. Those lands are bought by those builders from another individual because the land was sold to that individual and the builders have bought it from him.
Hmm.
So so they are now it's a monopoly. And then they're fixing prices. People like me, I think, are not buying. They're just not buying. So then when they're telling everyone to keep their eyes and ears open, but the thing is that the builder's not dropping the price. And in those offices of the builders, there are these realtors. They have these realtors. None of the builders are in the builder's office. The realtors who are realtors work in their offices.
I understand. So do you think
Okay.
you're going to see a lot of real estate agents working at Tim Hortons drive-through now?
They're already
They're already
every
working.
realtor I know of is doing another job. Taxi driving, things like
Ooh,
that. They are already here.
wow.
Because they're not selling, Mike. You have to have like they have a brokerage and they're laying, then you have to keep on giving exams and stuff like that. Things are changing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I feel that things are not gonna move. Give it loan, give it no loan. I mean, I eventually these houses need fixes. That costs money too. I'll go on rent and not buy a house of my own. If I have to buy a 1 million house, which should not be more than a 500,
Mm-hmm.
if I have to pay a million for it, I'm a fool. If I'll buy it, and I'm a fool because I'll not be able to sell it, I'm a fool because I'll have to still spend money in the leaking basements after 7 years. Okay, till 7 years, I'm protected. There's Terion and stuff like that. What happens after that? You think I'm not going to have any water coming in my house, in my
It's
basement?
yeah, I know.
So,
But the thing
my
is, you know what
yeah,
you know what you could buy with 400,000 American, like in the States.
yeah, I know that.
I
You
showed you
for
houses like with pools and helicopter pad and tennis court for $400,000. You know what I'm saying?
So are you trying to tell me that there is more land or the city gives more to build there? There's something that the government needs to do with what they need to change their strategy.
No, this
You
is
know,
how. Let me tell you how it works. You get the city councilors in, right? The councilors that get voted in by the city, right?
yeah,
Those city councilors usually buy real estate in certain areas together. They come once they get voted in, they combine with each other, buy up land, buy up homes in certain areas, okay? And then after they start selling or consolidating that land to big time builders and then selling off the property. A lot of people that are on city councilors, a lot of them are either A, real estate agents full time and do city counseling at night, or B, they work as real estate agents or they're mortgage brokers.
so that's it. Till the government comes up with a law that if I do some job and I do another job, is a conflict of interest. But these people don't have any conflict of interest. Who questions them?
Of course
What
they
is
do.
one
Of course they
person?
have conflicts of interest. But the problem is with this is that that's just how it's been happening. Like I know that here in my city, like let's say there's 6 or 7 city councilors, 7 I think, 'cause they vote. So the tiebreaker is 7. Of the 7, I think 5 of them are real estate agents.
So this is it. So if the agency, if the watchdog doesn't want to stop this, then I don't want to buy. You know,
Hmm.
if doesn't the system doesn't change, I don't do anything about it because I mean, like, so why must I knowingly buy something and put all my savings into it? Just look at the houses. There's nothing less than a million around in my area. It's not even a GTA like exactly attached to Toronto City. Why must I go outside and invest and then what am I going to get out of it? And then the bank is not even going to give when I go for my financial approval assessment. The bank will say, "All right, you're giving a very good cash down. But
Hmm.
you know what? These houses are not even worth 650. The bank itself is saying that."
Mm.
So I get ripped off. Basically, I am the one. I paid for it. I lost my house value. I have to do the repairs. I have to do everything. The whole system is working against me. Why should I buy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
Well, no, hold on. Take one step back. Remember the video I did 2 weeks ago about how property taxes are skyrocketing?
Property taxes and insurances.
And insurances. I did insurances on condos went from a deductible of insurance deductible for the building went from 1.2 million for the whole building to like $60 million.
Mm. See, Mike, I'll tell you something. I'm an honest citizen. I do not. This moment I smell a dead rat, I think there's some coronavirus there.
Mhm.
That's how I am.
Yeah, McChronicles in the comments saying McChronicle saying 100% loan to value would be a 49-year or 40-year amortization. They're going to do
Yeah.
100% LTV. I
Yeah, let's do whatever they want to do
watch.
because everybody keeps on putting their money in the housing.
Watch.
Where is the growth rate? 0.3. Not even now. That 1.3 goes down to 0.3. They already know it.
Mm-hmm.
We look at the GDP. What's the GDP? I think 1.3 projected. But what is the actual GDP? 0.3. Or even less than that. No growth.
Supreme Canon in the comments is saying, wow, good thing we're immune to financial shocks here, or that would be really, really dumb. Yeah, that's kind of funny because nobody has, I don't know how many people, the thing is, no one's created a buffer, or the banks, especially the banks, have no money in their coffers and they have no money to hedge against crashes or against any uncertainties in the markets. And now governments are stepping in and telling banks, you better start putting money in your bank, or how are you gonna hedge against all these bad deals you did? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
so that's called the risk. That's called the risk percentage. If like you've done there are these rules. I've forgotten the name. 1, 2, 3.
Hmm.
I've forgotten the name of those rules. I'm from the trade myself, so I know. Number two, number three, the three models in which the way you're supposed to be banking and giving out money. How much is the good cash? How much is the bad cash? Or what all a bank is supposed to be having. I don't know over here. They don't have. They don't have cash reserve CRRs. They probably call it another term, but every bank is supposed to have a CRR, cash reserve ratio. But what I understand over here is everybody does overnight lending. Everybody is doing an overnight
Yeah.
lending to each other. But when the credit goes tight, Mike, nobody can stop it. You see, when the overnight credit, when the banks don't have, or they're not being given any money to give out to people, that's when the problem starts, the credit crunch.
Right. If they don't have money to give to people, what are they going to do? They're going to start lending at 100% loan to value.
They will be calling that money back, even if it is 100% loan to value. Eventually, if I'm not able to pay my whatever, the bank is going to take over my property. Let's accept it, right? Suppose I have got a whatever loan, I'm still supposed to pay it, right? 100% loan. But if the jobs are not there, who's going to pay? Who's going to pay a 3,000? I might take it, but am I going to be able to? I can, I know I have a job, so I'm renting, I'm living, I'm happy. But eventually, if I buy something like that, I'm not able to pay it. There are risks attached with that too. There are probably going to be 10 more rules which I and you don't know currently.
Hmm.
We've not read the clauses and the terms and the conditions. Eventually, you might feel that we big rig, we buy into things, but eventually nobody wants to take the onus. If I buy, I'll be the one who lose. So I have to make it sure I'm protected.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's all that matters. I tell all my friends, I tell everyone about it. Whatever you do, make it sure that you're covered. No,
Yeah.
if you take care of what you need to do, you're fine.
Hmm. Did you watch my Trump impeachment equals biggest waste of time video today?
Oh, yeah, I didn't watch. I'm so sorry. It's like nowadays, like I've been a bit busy and my hands on, yeah. But I keep on watching your videos off and on. You've been talking about it, yeah, and everybody knows about it. What impeachment? I can, create media hype and create my own stuff, so you know about it.
Yeah,
You know,
it's a good video. It's a really good video. I worked really hard to make this video. You know what I'm saying?
I am going to check it out definitely.
It's a joke. The video's there, but it's satire. It's to make you laugh.
I know. I see it. I see the look. Oh, impeachment. Yeah, I know. I know. I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
You need to have some fun.
Yeah, I have to once in a blue moon. I gotta make a few videos to make people laugh. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
yes. And
yeah,
then politics, yeah, fun and the fun.
yeah, you gotta make people laugh.
Yes, that's the most important thing that we all need to do. We need to keep living very basic, keep people happy, and just not always think about money. If I'm a city councillor, that's the job I have at my hands.
Hmm.
I can't do something and not tell people about it, or even if I tell them, I can't do something which is, like my personal interest is weighing much more than my service, my duty. There has to be that consciousness in all of us.
Hmm.
That that comes, and believe me or not, Mike, I believe in one thing for sure: whatever goes around always does tend to come around.
Yeah, I believe
Karma
in
is.
karma. I'm a huge believer in karma. I believe that I know we can't scientifically prove that karma exists. I know we can't prove it, but I believe it that there is an existence of it. I believe there's an existence of to give and take. I believe there's a balance somewhere.
You believe me or not, I might be, or anyone, not just me. If a person is suffering today, is because of his past deeds, or if a person, well, if not now, maybe in my past, which I don't recognize, there is a dark cloud in my life, right?
Hmm.
So if I'm not very conscious of my situation, I unconsciously do things. I hurt people unconsciously. I'm not going to run away from it. It's going to come back to me. It'll catch up with me
Eventually, yeah, that's right.
tomorrow. So whatever I do, I'm a human being. I have a brain. God's made me, an individual. Why should I do something in my living knowledge which is not ethical, is not correct?
That's
I won't do
correct
it.
because you
At
end up
least I
paying for
live.
it later.
At least I live happy. I go to Mexico. I drink my wine with my family, and I enjoy my bubbly, and just spend a nice holiday, and that's it.
That's it.
So this is my means. I do what I have to do. I spend. I earn. I live in my means. I'm a good law-abiding citizen. If I'm not liked for who I am, too bad. That's my opinion.
All right. Okay, we're gonna let you go. I appreciate you calling in, giving us your feedback on what's happening, and yeah, we'll get you on again whenever you want to come back.
All right, great.
Let
It's
us
a pleasure
know.
to be.
Maybe put a hidden camera on you when you go look at houses.
Oh, that is something is not fair. I
I
can't.
know, I know. I'm just.
Can I tell you that the house I bid on and the basement was leaking from all over. you know and the real estate agent is telling me, don't go and tell the bank that you're refusing it because the basement's leaking. Just say you didn't like it. Why I should say that? So a realtor's telling me that. Can you believe it, Mike?
Yeah, there was a
Don't say
realtor telling. There's a realtor that actually was making up pay stubs for some customers. They made up pay stubs for their work and then remade it look like they were making more money, so they qualify.
so. This is it. So when I said no, when I did an inspection in that house, there were leaks, and there were several leaks. So when I said sorry, I'm not buying this house, this had several leaks. So they told me, no, 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 don't say that. When you go and tell, like my finance was approved. So they told me, when you go and say no, you're not buying the house, don't say that it's leaking. Just say that you didn't like it. Why should I say it? No, tell me, why should I say I didn't like it? Why did I bid for it? I bid for that house. Everything went through, and then there were leaks. There were several active leaks in the basement.
Yeah, don't
For a
tell
5 year
anybody.
house.
Don't tell anybody. I want to sell this for $1 million. Don't tell anyone it's leaking. And realistically, this house in Oklahoma is probably worth 40 grand.
And refurbish and then sell it at for a profit. I said, this is something I'll die. I'll die before doing this. I'll die.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll never do it. And I don't buy something which I don't believe in.
No. All right.
All right then.
You have a
Cheers,
good
bye.
night. God bless you.
Good night. Bye. Bye.
Bye. So, guys, I had Steve the plumber on last week, and I was telling you guys, we might see 100% LTV because London did it. London did it 5 years ago. I made a whole video on London going 100% LTV. There's going to be no money in the system, and the banks are going to look and say, holy, you're paying $3,200 a month for rent. Guess what? We're going to just give you a mortgage. You don't have to put nothing down because you're already paying $3,200 a month. Well, why don't you pay $3,200 and buy your house? Banks are going to start looking at that, what the people are paying on rent, and they're going to start giving them 100% loan to value. I believe wholeheartedly that they're going to push the TDS a little higher to allow them to fit to keep this crap going. Yeah, I believe that. Guys, I got an award-winning video here on my channel I would like for you guys to watch. It's called Trump Impeachment Equals the Biggest Waste of Time in My Life. It's a really, really good video. It's got 20 comments on it. That's me eating a banana there. It's a really, really, really... So... I'll leave a link to this award-winning, this video might be award-winning here. Guys, just go ahead and share this. Oh, Tig Nim is in the house. Thank God, man, you're here. Woo! In the house, one of our channel supporters. Guys, everybody, if you can, guys, go to the channel and click over here where it says join. Click the join button. You could join for $1.99 Canadian a month. That's like $1.30 US. Or we have Supreme Cannon's a captain. And then the longer you stay, what happens is you get loyalty badges, and your colors of your badges start to turn color. So after a year you've been a loyalty, you get a red badge, and that means that you're the highest level, or like you've been supporting. You got custom emojis you could use. And then you get early content access. When I get enough people to join the channel, I'll just start making, once in a blue moon, a video just for you guys. Or maybe do a live stream just for you guys. If you guys could support the transmission, I'd really appreciate it so much. Mitch Madden says, greetings, Mike. I know it's trends in the housing market. Gotta check out 2 Zero Hedge articles. China dead 8 to 20K. San Francisco poop patrol boss arrested on fraud. Yeah, poop patrol is getting a big deal. They're getting now. I got some good news, guys. Here, let's just watch this video of me watching the impeachment trial here. But anyways, so I got some good. Poop Patrol is going to make it now to San Diego, and they're getting a Poop Patrol also in wasn't LA County. It was Seattle is getting a Poop Patrol now. So Seattle's getting a Poop Patrol. Yeah. Red Pill Millennial, so how will the coronavirus affect the housing market? Well, it's affected it in a negative way. And I said it when I was discussing one day when I went live in the morning. The housing market has affected us that can't buy the houses in a negative way. Why? Because people fly into their homes that evacuated from Wuhan and other parts of China that evacuated. They basically go visit their empty homes that they kept empty. Now, that's why you got coronavirus cases in Scotland, in Ireland, in the UK, Australia, the whole western part of the United States, Vancouver, Toronto. That's why you're starting to see that more coming over this way, because basically people are fleeing the mainland to bring their fire. Remember that video I did here, guys, for you guys, where Chinese lady right here, Chinese woman hides coronavirus and enters France, and then she brags about it. She brags online, and she actually brags on her social media right here. You can see it right here, how she's eating delicacies in France, and she lied about her coronavirus, and she was very infected, but she took a whole bunch of medicine to bring down her fever, got on the plane. There you go. It's like, wow, why would people do something like this, you know? Anyways, guys, I don't want to get this video flagged, so I got to be careful what I say here. Guys, please don't forget to, if you can, come on Mike in the Night. It's going to be open lines, so we'll be taking calls. We don't want, guys, if you're a troll, don't make 100 Supreme Canon accounts and call us in. Please, I don't want you. Nobody wants you on the show. Nobody cares. Nobody cares that you can make 100 fake YouTube accounts in 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. So, Mike in the Night this Friday, you could talk about coronavirus. You could talk about savings. You could talk about survival. You could talk about the event horizon. You could talk about whatever you want to talk about on Mike in the Night. So, Skype, you can add me on Skype. You guys know that already. And, yeah, look at this. New Zealand affordability crisis. Australia's unaffordable basic lifestyle. Negative rates coming to America. You got Benjamin Franklin here saying, save me. Seniors borrow more to stay afloat. Michigan State against Amish housing. Michigan State, for some bizarre reason, want to start tearing down Amish homes because they're not safe. Because they have, outhouses. Ghost homes across Canada, a decade of change. Let's build more unaffordable luxury units. No one could afford to buy them. Why are they making more and more apartments? So there's tons of stuff here to see on the channel, guys. Don't forget, guys, if you really want to help out the channel, go to a playlist I have on my channel. Go to trends in the housing market. Even go to a one with 370 videos like this. And then play the entire playlist while you're at work. If you're not getting charged data and you're not getting charged a lot of electricity, play the whole damn playlist right through of these short videos. There's like 400 videos, and by the time you get home, look at all these videos you could play. Leave it playing just to pee off YouTube. They're trying to cut back on everything that I've worked hard to build. And I've been abiding by their, 2,300 videos in this one, Rants and Lifestyle. Play this, go to work, and just leave this damn thing playing for like a week. Hey, yo, Raven, I know you're watching this. I don't know if you're still watching because I know you're leaving to DR soon. Dude, leave your computer on, and plus people think you're home when they see the lights on. And then leave this Rants and Lifestyle playing right through while you're gone in Dominican Republic. There's 2,335. There's about 5 weeks of videos here to watch. Sanjay saying Toronto housing market, no activity. People are scared to sell. Yep. You guys see all the hot millennials living in vans? It's now or never. Hey, mates, just wanted to know when will be the time it pushes you. You got back to Europe. What's the signs that will say this is it? Well, I don't know. It's to go back to Europe now. If the town I'm in turns into like Vancouver, where it's all empty and there's everybody is like foreign ownership everywhere. No, all the homes are empty, vacant lots everywhere, and for hire or help wanted signs everywhere. But nobody could afford to live in the town because they can't afford to live in it, even though there's employment there, type of thing. Then that's a scenario where it's time to pack the bags and go to Portugal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Guys, don't forget to watch this video here. Trump impeachment, biggest waste of time. This is a phenomenal video if you guys want to watch it. Maybe you want to like put this on Facebook and MySpace and Twitter and retweet this and just title it as man watches Trump impeachment very seriously. Yeah, economy's hurting, guys. I know, guys. I'm on your team here, guys. I'm with you guys here. I'm totally with you guys here. I understand. So if you're going to buy a towel, buy one from your local YouTuber, man. Buy one from your local guy anyway. Buy one from your local guy. Get a Raven mug. Get Morning Coffee with Mike mug. Get some really good quality t-shirts. Everyone's been messaging me saying, guys, send me pictures if you buy some of this stuff. I'm actually going to buy some for Mike in the Night. I'm actually going to buy some and wear it for Mike in the Night. Such a distraction, says Metal World. Looks like my New Year predictions playing out, says Lord Humongous. Toronto is 73% so diverse. Lord Humongous, swag will sell. Yeah, I'm going to get some Lord Humongous. And I maybe get him a Chronicle mug. It's still January for a couple of more days, guys. So, like, try and do what you can, guys. I might get this hoodie. This is a nice hoodie. It's a Mike in the Night pilot episode. That's my pilot episode. There's the back. Nice Mike in the Night pilot episode sweater. I like this one here. And that long sleeve one's really nice, too. But I did sell a few of these, so people are actually buying this, which is nice. You're supporting the little guy, you know what I'm saying? Supporting... And guys, message me on here. Let me send you my thing. Here's my Facebook. Guys, message me here on my Facebook fan page if you guys want to send me a message or talk to me. Please go ahead and message me on here if you guys want to message me directly. I put stuff up here all the time. So, yeah, we had almost 100. Wait, I think we had over 100 people watching tonight. Yeah, we're gonna see the mall, death of the mall, strip malls, and strip clubs. I heard everything's shutting down, man. It's like people don't have money to go to strip clubs anymore. People don't have money to go to strip malls anymore. People don't have money anymore. We got Jerry Munson is constantly in the comment section here. No expendable income, says Freedom Prospector. That's correct, guys. no disposable income. And for every disposable income the average Canadian has, they have $2 they owe. So if you have here, I got $1 to spend, but I owe $2. I have $1,000 to spend disposable income. I owe $2,000. You're always playing catch up. You're always on the treadmill, right? So Tig Nim is saying, I just got back from technology class, surprisingly made the show tonight. Yeah, watch it from the beginning. It's a good show. We talk about a few important cases here. So here it is. Coronavirus here on this. We got, I do post videos on here. I don't get a lot of engagements on here because it's Facebook. And they don't want you getting your stuff out because it's like dangerous, dangerous information. But yeah. Watch this video. It's so good. You should have it playing on repeat. Maybe like all day, just like on repeat at work to annoy somebody at work. So, McChronicle in the comment section. Man, McChronicle's like midnight where he is, man. I'm surprised he's still alive. Still awake. Metal World in the house. Yeah. We got Jerry Munson. This guy's creating an account every 5 minutes to troll the show. I don't know if he makes these up before he comes on the show, but man, wow. I'm actually impressed. That somebody... What happened to Mike Martin's hairpiece? Did Mike Martin's toupee leave the show, or... We had Mike Martin's toupee in the comments there. Did you have your speaker? I had some people on tonight. I had, I think, 2 callers or 3 callers in tonight. Yeah, Lord Humongous was on the show tonight, too. Do we have a hacker to go find this Jerry Munson address? Metal World saying, that's an awesome video, Mike. Guys, I need you guys. So when you guys are like go to work or something and you're not, your internet's like on a flat rate, just leave this Rants and Lifestyles of 2,335 videos. Go to the playlist. Just play it right out, guys. Just play it right out for me. That means a lot to me. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks. Zik Zaki in the house. Metal World. Supreme Cannon. Tig Nim. Lord Humongous. Freedom Prospector. Layla. Solid Exter. Metal World. I think I said that. Sanjay. Blah, blah. Supreme Cannon. I think I said that. David Xavier. Jerry Munson. 300 million times. The McChronicle. Don't forget to check out the McChronicle channel, guys. Please. Check out the McChronicle. He's in the comments. Click on his name. And here, let me go to his page here. Go to channel. Guys, don't forget to check out the McChronicle. He's at 779 subscribers. I'm going to give you a copy of the link to his channel here. Please, let's get him to 1,000 subs, please. Come on, there's enough people watching this show to get him up there. Come on. Get over to the McChronicle. We got 100 people watching. Let's go, guys. Come on. Subscribe to the McChronicle, please. He's got some good stuff up here. Canadian yield curve smashed. Stress test amending. Coronavirus QE. Oh, yeah, this is good stuff. Canada's broke. Oh, yeah, Canadian proper's finished. They jumped on this housing bandwagon. If they bought in the last 5 years, a lot of people are smoked right now. So I don't know what they're going to do. Okay, Freedom Prospector just subbed him. Thank you very much. The world is broke, says Red Pill Gary. Sanjay says Canada's broke and broken and brokest. That's right. That's right. Yeah, guys, don't forget McChronicle. Let's get him on the show next week. We'll see if he can free up some time. Let's get the McChronicle if you don't mind. McChronicle maybe next Wednesday on Trends. If you want to come on Mike in the Night, we're gonna get in like 10-minute callers. Everyone's got a 10-minute plug. Everyone's gonna come on for 10 minutes. Okay, what do you want to talk about? Okay, Mike, this coronavirus. Okay, Mike, the inverted yield curve. Okay, Mike, the price of gold. Okay, Mike, something this. Okay, Mike. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget the Raven. Yeah, for sure. The Raven. Yeah, thank you, Raven. I hope he leaves my videos playing while he goes to Dominican Republic, Santo Domingo. I hope he leaves like this 3 weeks worth of videos playing while he's gone. Yeah, we need the Raven on. Yeah, and we'll get a solid extra to call in. Everyone's going to get a 10-minute plug. 10 minutes. Everybody will get a 10-minute plug. Wow, it only shows I have 4 people watching my channel. Need a wheel of a topic you could spin on Saturday nights. You talked to Maneko64 lately, Mikey? No, I haven't actually. I saw something he put up the other day. It was really interesting about gold. Don't be scared, gold. Something about gold. Don't be scared of the downturn in gold, and now it jumped back up today. How much are watching through Russian feeds? That's a good question. I'll tell you right now. Hold on. Let me open it. Let me open. It's this platform. I don't even know what it says. I don't even know what the platform name. Okay, so it says here. Stream. It's on stream now. YouTube 92. Okay, Nimio TV 44. And then it says DLTV online 103. And then Periscope, it doesn't tell me how many are on Periscope. Then it goes to X Mixture, and that's 24. Twitch online, nobody on Twitch. Oh, one person watching on Twitch, and that's it. One person watching on Twitch. That's it. Twitch is the only one where there's like no... Oh, okay, here. I don't know what it's called. Something MK Russian. 203 people watching. And there's another one that looks like it's in Arabic. And there's like 91 people watching. And then there's another one that looks like it's in... Again, it looks like Russian again. And there's 102 people watching on that one. So there's like a huge list of channels I'm on live. So, but it's not just YouTube we're streaming. We're streaming everywhere. So don't forget to pick up your Mike in the Night, Mike Martin swag. I want to get this pilot shirt because this looks really nice. Yeah, see right here, order samples. I can order samples, and I'll do it tonight. I got nothing going on. I'll do it tonight. I'll order some when I'm laying down in bed tonight. I'll order some samples and hopefully come in the next week or two for Mike in the Night. Jeff Celicero saying he's in Arizona. Prices in Arizona are cheap. Yep. There's jobs in Arizona. Of course there's jobs. If there's people, there's jobs. How much Arizona? 140 to 275 for something okay. If you want to go 310 to 390, you could get a really nice place with a pool. Yeah, Scottsdale's nice too. But anyways, guys, we got somebody here. Okay, hold on. Somebody's messaging me on one of these other platforms. They're in Las Cruces, New Mexico, watching. So I can see messages from these other platforms. I can click on them and watch them, which is really weird. And I'm watching, like, I click on Twitch, and it shows that there's just panels here, suggestion box. Oh, okay. So there's nobody watching me on Twitch, but I've had 192 views tonight on this show. Has 192 total views, which is kind of nice. It tells me everything I want. These other channels are not even in English. I don't even know what it says, but it's streaming, man. It's there. Oh, I could go to let me go to Periscope right now and see. Oh, wow. There's people following it. So people are following it on. I got people following me now on Periscope. It's got 81 likes. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I don't know what these other ones are here. There's so many other ones I don't even know. Nice. $50 for a pack of smokes in Australia. Yeah, I know. Right now it's not a really good time to smoke cigarettes, guys. Like $48 of it is tax. Someone's saying try doing Twitch again. No, Mike Martin's channel is on Twitch. I have one person watching right now. I'm just trying to see these other streams here. I don't know who this is. Let me see who this is. Yep, I got followers on there too. Oh, that's nice. Anyways, guys, I gotta go. It's 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock here. I'm gonna go make sure my kids are in bed for school tomorrow. Guys, I love you guys, man. I really do. I really, and I like you guys a lot. And I'll see you on tomorrow's video. Maybe morning coffee with Mike tomorrow. If you guys want to join me tomorrow for morning coffee with Mike. If you guys want to... Yeah, I'll do a Mike in the Night this Saturday. Call-ins, open lines. It's going to be open lines. And guys, please don't call in with UFO stuff and Bigfoot and stuff. Or chupacabras and stuff. Just, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, we'll get Supreme Cannon on next week. Everyone's going to get a 10-minute plug. The McChronicle, hopefully we can get him. Everybody, next week. We're going to get Tig Nim in the house. He's always in the comments. Low Roller Scratcher. I need Low Roller Scratcher to call in. He's been commenting for years on my channel, and he needs to call in. He's got a channel. He got his channel taken down, filming himself feeding his dog food. So, and he got a strike for filming his dog eating dog food. So, I need Low Roller Scratcher on the show to give us an update on what's going on with that too. Good night, everybody. God bless, okay? Thanks for your support.